In my last video, I talked about why you need to put moving abroad as one of your goals for the coming year. And that informed today's video. I'm going to be talking about some of the things you can be doing meanwhile as you wait for the day that you move abroad. So obviously, between when you make the decision to move abroad until when it actually happens varies from person to person. So there are people who could make a decision to move abroad or to travel abroad like today, and within a week they're already in their destination of choice. Other people it could take like a month, other people it takes 6 months, other people it could take a whole year, other people 3 years, 5 years, a whole lot of time. So that's why today's video I want to address some of the important things you can be taking care of even as you wait for your moving abroad date to arrive. So you want to stay up to the very end of this video because I'm gonna be sharing with you gems that you probably have not had anywhere else or you had not even thought about. So the number one thing you need to do even as you plan your move abroad or even just start dreaming about it is get a passport. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you are watching me, you have been a subscriber on this channel and you do not have a passport, it is high time, guys, that you got yourself one. I do not know about other countries, but I know generally passports are affordable documents in most countries. In Kenya, for example, for about $40 you get yourself a passport. And the best part with Kenya, you can apply for your passport in the comfort of your home, even just using your cell phone, as long as you have some internet. So just get into eCitizen, apply for your passport. You even get to book the fingerprinting and the picture taking and all that. You book it online from your phone. I don't know about other countries, but I know it's not that complicated. So for me, I would advise you, please get yourself a passport. We said next year we are either moving abroad, traveling abroad, working abroad, or even just visiting abroad. So we need to make that happen. Number two thing you need to be doing even as you wait for your move abroad date is start manifesting. And how do you do the manifestation? You need to write down that goal. So specifically, if I want to visit Canada next year, or I want to immigrate to Canada next year, or I want to work as an expatriate next year, I need to put it down in writing. And remember, when you put it down in writing, you not only remove the dream from your head and make it physical on paper where you can see it, but you're also telling the universe, hey universe, Eva is here and she wants to move to Canada in the next 2 years maximum. Make it happen for me. Or I want by the end of next year, I have an expatriate position in one of the European countries. Or I am manifesting traveling to Europe, at least 27 of the Schengen countries next year. Or I want to visit, I don't know what country. I want to go to Seychelles for my 20th birthday. So put it down in writing to show the universe you are serious, to show yourself that you are serious. Number three thing you need to be doing even as you plan your move abroad date is to start looking for money. Guys, I cannot tell you the number of emails I have in my inbox. Hey Eva, I really want to emigrate to Canada, but I do not have the money. Please advise me. And guys, here when I'm talking about money, try and find the money in foreign currency. And here's why. Especially if you are planning to move to any of the developed countries, we are talking about Canada, US, UK, Australia, any of the European countries, it's gonna be really difficult if you are moving to any one of these countries or you want to travel to any one of these countries, but you are currently making your money in your local currency. Guys, right now, for example, for you to get $1, you are gonna have to sacrifice around 120 Kenya shillings. So you can imagine even just purchasing an air ticket is going to be a very costly venture, and even the money that you're going to need when you relocate to those countries or even when you'll be visiting, it's going to cost you a whole lot of money. And that's why I encourage you guys, even as you think of making this money, try and find ways to make your money in foreign currency. And if you're not yet subscribed to the Eva Mtali Finance channel, guys, what are you even doing with your life? On that channel, it's full of gems, tips, hacks, and I share ways you can make money online, and those ways work for people who are outside of Europe, outside of America, outside of the UK, and they work pretty much throughout the rest of the world. So you guys, you want to make sure that you visit that channel. There's more than 200 videos where I show you how you can make money online. And remember, you're going to get paid in foreign currency. So for example, if you want to immigrate to Canada, you're going to need to show money if you do not have a job offer. And right now it's about 13,000 Canadian dollars for one person. That's a hell lot of money if you're gonna be converting your local currency to that dollar. But if you're already making money online, you're being paid in foreign currency, in euros, or you're being paid in pounds or US dollars, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to travel outside of your continent or to even immigrate to any one of those countries. And there are so many ways that you can make money. Let me know in the comment section below if you want me to tackle some of those ways you can make money for your moving abroad. Then the number 4 thing I would advise you to do, even as you wait for your moving abroad, is to learn the language of your intended destination. So obviously, something I almost forgot to mention is, before you even think of moving abroad, have a short list of your priority countries. Have at most 3 countries that you would like to immigrate to, or you want to visit or move to or work in, and prioritize them with the number 1 of the one you want most, and then number 3 as the least. But be realistic. So whatever you decide is your number 1, make sure it's one of those countries where you have a higher chance of economic success. Or if it's a country you just want to visit, make sure it's a country that is within your reach in terms of getting the visas for it, in terms of getting an air ticket. So for example, it doesn't make sense for you to have Antarctica as one of your destinations when you haven't visited any other country outside of yours. So because it's a very expensive destination. So make sure you have prioritized the countries you want to either visit, move to, or work in, or study in. And then if you don't know the language of that destination, then it's probably time to start learning even as you wait. Not that you won't be able to work or be able to study or be able to visit, but it's just gonna make your integration easier. So for example, if you wanna move to Canada, and specifically to Quebec, then it just makes sense for you to learn French, because A, it's gonna be easier to integrate, and 2, it improves your chances of getting selected through any one of their permanent resident programs. Additionally, let's say if you want to move to Canada, then it is to your advantage if you can speak both English and French, because you will get, for example, if you are applying through Express Entry, then you get additional points just by being able to speak French. And coming next year, 2023, the Minister of Immigration for Canada is gonna have the authority to invite candidates that meet specific economic needs of Canada. So one province, for example, New Brunswick, is the officially, like probably the only officially bilingual province in Canada where they speak both English and French. So that means if you can be able to interact in both English and French, then you have a higher chance of being invited to apply for permanent residence through any one of New Brunswick's provincial nominee programs. And then number 6 thing you need to learn is that you need to get inspired, you need to plan, but most of all, you need to execute the plan. And remember, there's a lot of you guys who have been watching me for several months now. I have spoken about tons and tons and tons of different immigration pathways. It is high time you picked one and ran with it. Again, same as the country, prioritize the pathway you want to immigrate with to whatever country you have prioritized. So for example, if you have picked the US, are you gonna move there as a visitor? Are you gonna pursue the study pathway? Are you gonna pursue the working pathway? Are you gonna pursue the green card pathway? If it is Canada, for example, which pathway are you going through? Are you going through express entry? Are you going through provisional mini programs? If it is provisional mini programs, which specific provinces are you targeting? Which ones are you prioritizing? It is important for you to know which pathways you want to prioritize and follow them to the end. You don't want to be skipping from one pathway to another. Today you want to immigrate as a student. Tomorrow you want to immigrate on the investor visa. The next day you want to immigrate to the nomad visa. And the day after, you don't even know how you want to immigrate. You need to sit down and decide. Which leads me to my next point: make Google your friend. So what I do on this channel is to give a teaser of the options that are out there, the immigration pathways that are out there. However, remember, this is not legal advice. So I expect you, once I have mentioned something that has piqued your interest, go to Google, research further. If it is a particular country, fortunately, nearly probably all countries in the world have their immigration section on the website, and you can find pretty much most of the information you need. So for example, you decide you want to move to New Brunswick. Simply go to the New Brunswick province website and search the different programs that are available for foreigners, and then decide which one matches your particular portfolio, which one matches your skills, your experience, and where are you most likely to succeed as an immigrant or to succeed as a foreign worker, and then pursue it to the very end. Forget about skipping from one PNP program to the other. Try different ones, but make sure you see each one to the end so that you increase your chances of success. And then the number 8 thing you can be doing even as you wait to immigrate or to travel abroad, move abroad, study abroad, travel, whatever it is go someplace nearer home but outside of your own country. This is the easiest, shortest way you can dip your fingers and find out how likely you are to sort of gel into the new country you want to move to. So it doesn't make sense, for example, I am in Kenya and I want to go to the US when I have never even visited Tanzania. I have never gone to Uganda. Try and dip your toes, visit countries that are near you, in your continent, around you, and get a feel of being away from home. Sometimes it might be the push that you need to make this big leap, or it may be the wake-up call that actually a life abroad is not for you, or even a visit abroad is not for you. So I would encourage you, even as you wait for your dream life, your dream destination, try and visit nearby locations. Try and go on a solo trip if you can. Try and visit a destination that, for example, you do not require a visa for, so that by the time you are ready to make this big plunge, you kind of have a sense, you have an idea of what it means like to be away from home. Number 9, which is almost tied to do your own research, find ways that you can get residence in your country of choice, priority countries of choice. And you're gonna have to do your research, yeah? And you can take advantage of YouTube channels such as this one right here. You can take advantage of the different destination countries websites. Read, watch videos, and take notes and follow through with your plan. The number 9 thing you can be doing as you wait for your move abroad, or your travel abroad, or your study abroad, or your work abroad, is to get your documentation ready. Remember guys, I keep saying here on the channel, if it's not on paper, it didn't happen. So if, let's say, you had some, and this is especially for those people who want to immigrate. So let's say you want to immigrate to the US through the green card, for example. and you've already submitted your application in November and are waiting for May when the results come out, don't just sit pretty and wait. If you said you are married, you need to have a wedding certificate that shows you actually got married. If you say you are divorced, you're gonna need a divorce certificate. If you and your partner had kids and for some reason he decided to become deadbeat and is no longer taking care of your kids, and you are the sole what do they call, you have sole custody of your kids, you're gonna need to have a sworn affidavit to prove that you are the sole custodian of your kids. If, let's say, you are separated, get paperwork for everything. If you're planning to move to a country to work, for example, get your references, get your CV, your resume in the format of your target destination country. Get your references. If you need police certificates, start getting those. If you're gonna need your medicals, start getting those. Don't wait until it's time for you to move and then you start running up and down. That's how people miss out on opportunities. And if, let's say, something else I forgot to mention about the residence, if you are gonna move to a country based on let's say residency, for example, permanent residency, start finding people who could work as your host, for example, not work as your host, who could play the role of a host. So this could be your friends, they could be your family, and make sure that you have firm arrangements with them, very clear how that arrangement will work out, who's gonna pay for what, for how long, and stuff like that. You don't want to get disappointed when you get to the airport and suddenly this person has vanished. Last but not least, find a tribe of supporters through your wait period. Find a community who also believe in your dream and are going to support you, motivate you, and inspire you. I cannot tell you the number of comments I see on different Facebook groups. For example, when somebody says, hey, I want to move to, I don't know, Italy, I want to move to Spain, I want to move to Canada, can somebody show me the way out? And suddenly there's a whole lot of unsolicited comments of, hey, just stay home, don't come here, this place is hard, yada yada. Those are not the people you want in your circle. Get people who are gonna keep you on track, people who are gonna encourage you, and don't think because somebody will encourage you, let's say when you get a promotion or you get a baby, they're going to be happy for you, that this same group of people will be happy for you when you say you are looking for greener pastures. It does not work that way automatically. So make sure that even whoever you tell your dream are people you trust, people who are going to inspire you, people who are going to support you through that journey, people who are going to pray for you if you believe in prayer, people who are going to manifest for you. That's what you want. You just don't want to have random people in your corner who are going to be giving you negative energy and making that wait process difficult. There are Facebook groups. For example, we have the Eva Mtali Facebook page. You can join there. We have YouTube channels like this one where we only speak positivity and we encourage people to get out of their comfort zones. We are not trees. We encourage people to move out, spread your wings, go and try. If it doesn't work out, you can always come back, and you'll never know if you don't try. So guys, those are the 10 things that I believe you can be doing even as you wait, instead of just sitting there and letting time pass by. And I am certain if you follow through with this, then your move is gonna be smoother. Let me know in the comment section below, what are you doing even as you wait to make the wait process a little easier, a little bearable. Thank you for staying with me to the very end of this video. I will definitely see you on the next one. Bye guys.